Okay, my name is Anushka Poola and I was part of the first batch that graduated out of TPSG. I was also the first batch that joined the school. So I've been here from 2000, I was here in 2010 when the school started and I was here up until 2016. I think even though we were the first batch, we were a really small group, but we had so many opportunities. I think having all those opportunities made me a very confident person, whether it was speaking on stage or an annual day, participating in various performances. I personally always loved to dance, and annual day was my favorite time of the year. Always getting ready to practice, and going and asking the teachers, "Can we have an extra period to practice?" And they were like, "No, you have to study." But also the teachers were, I think we had some of the best teachers ever, and they actually made me want to come to school rather than like, "Oh, maybe today I don't want to come to school. I want to stay at home." They always were great. I currently am doing my master's in the US in bioengineering. And I think at Brigade, we had a biology teacher, Mrs. Venkatesh, and I think that's where my love for biology really started. And that was the period I would always look forward to in school. A piece of advice that I have for juniors is always dream big. There are things which you don't really know you're capable of, and I think the biggest thing is along the way when things start to get tough, always ask for help. Don't be scared to ask for help because there are so many people who are willing to help you. And even here at school, the teachers are always willing to help you. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Class was always really fun. We used to look forward to it. I think that was like, when you have block periods, that was, I could definitely say that. I could sit through 2 periods of math. But yeah, so I really like these subjects and that's what I'm kind of doing right now. So I do bioengineering right now. And so basically I work in cancer research and I do some gene therapy. So does anyone have an idea of what gene therapy is? Anyone who likes biology, I should have asked that. Yes? Oh, that's great. Are you saying that because your biology teacher is here? So yeah, what I do is gene therapy, and essentially what the aim of that is for example certain genetic disorders. Have you guys heard of muscular dystrophy? So it's essentially this disease where your muscles start deteriorating much before you reach an early age. A kid who's as old as like 5 years old, the muscles start to deteriorate and they're basically in a wheelchair at the age of like 2, 3, 4. And so essentially what we try to do is, what I'm trying to do is we take viruses and we try to engineer these viruses to be able to attack your genes and then they're able to kind of repair your genes so that if they do that, then essentially the disease is gone. Because if you cut out the part of your gene which is not right and which is coding for the genetic disorder, if you cut it out and you put in the right DNA, then essentially you're cured, right? So that's in a very simple way, and that is what I do. So I am engineering viruses right now, and we're trying to work to hopefully be able to do this and take it into clinics. So actually take it to patients, which is very difficult. There's a lot of procedures that have to go through that. But that's what I do right now. And if you guys have any questions or if there's anything else you want to hear about when I was at school, I don't really know what else to say. So if you guys have any questions, please ask me, or if you, about anything, honestly. I know I was also like, whenever people would say, "Hey, do you have any questions?" we'd always sit there silently and not ask anything. Yes, of course. Guys, I think someone's asking a question. You guys want to listen?
Johnson said that you guys balance extracurricular and studies very well. I'd like to know how.
How? Okay. So I think, that's another thing. When he was mentioning that, I remember we always used to beg for our studies periods to be converted to sports periods, and the teachers would not be too happy about that. I think the two teachers here can speak to that. We would sometimes go to them and be like, "Ma'am, can you please leave us? We'll go and play." I don't know if you guys do that also. But I think it's really important to have a good balance because you can get burnt out very fast. If you're and I know you're all in 10th standard, it's a very important year, but while it's very important to focus on your studies, I'm not
couldn't deny that. But I think it's also good to have like do something on the side. It can just be like an hour a day. Like you can, if you want, you can read a book, or like when you're in school, make sure you take advantage of the sports periods that you have. Just like you kind of take your mind off of it, and I think that helps because then when you get back to like sitting with your books, you kind of have a more refreshed mind, and it's not like, oh, I'm staring at the same 5 pages continuously for like hours together. So it's just, you just try a little bit, an hour a day. I don't know if that's an answer that you think is good, but I know that helped me a lot. When I was here, I swam a lot. So we went to other competitions with the other brigade schools, and we always wanted to beat JP Nagar. That was our one aim in life. To beat JP Nagar, and back then we were a much smaller batch, so we didn't have too many people. So all 8 of us would participate in everything, and we would hope for the best. But that 1 minute, I'll come to you. Annual day, I think that is a really, really fun time. Being able to do that. Teachers' Day, do you guys have Teachers' Day celebration? Yeah, we used to do that since. So basically, when I joined in 5th, we were the seniors till I finished 10th. And we would always try to organize annual day, not annual day, I'm so sorry, Teachers' Day, and we would try to keep it a surprise from the teachers, but they always knew what was happening.